Hey guys, and welcome back to the VHS Tapes podcast. Uh, I got Kami Killer here. 6 foot is supposed to be here, but for some reason he's dead. Uh, Probably because I hit him over the head with a shovel 20 times. But I don't know. Anyways, dumb customers too. So go ahead, Kami. Tell me some stupid shit customers have done to
All
you.
right. So, this was at my previous job. So, currently I'm employed as a swim instructor, and previously I was employed as I worked in the service department at a Chevrolet dealership, and then was supposed to move on to sales before I left the job because fucking hated it. Anyways, um, well, I did. So, okay, let me preface this again. So, I worked in the service department for the majority of my job. Before I left, I was just becoming incorporated into sales. I worked there for a very short period of time. I mean, like maybe a month, and then I was gone. So, the majority of my time was spent in the service department, and you see a bunch of fucking idiots. So, people complaining that you didn't do things right or this and that. So, there was one instance I remember. I remember it like it was yesterday. So, this lady comes in. She wants a simple, a touch up on, her tires, as well as like, refilling of her fluid. So refilling her windshield wiper fluid, checking the tire pressure, checking the oil and all things like that. So she comes in, they do the inspection and all that stuff. They fill up her fluids. I filled up her tires. And then the other thing that she was concerned about was that she had a bad tire sensor. Um, she was concerned about it, but she didn't want us to do anything about it. She didn't ask us to fix it or anything like that. She just said, I think I have a bad tire sensor. And we're like, okay. So we do all that stuff. We bring the car back out to her. She checks out at the service desk, signs some paperwork, and then, is on her way. So she walks out to her car. She gets in her car. And then we're all just standing there. And then a couple minutes goes by. She comes back and says that we didn't put air in our tires. We say, ma'am, we definitely put air in your tires. And she says, no, because it says on the screen that I have low tire pressure. And we were like, well, it's probably that bad sensor that you have. And she's like, I don't have a bad sensor. Like, ma'am, you just told us you had a bad tire sensor. She's like, no, I didn't. She's constantly bitching at us saying we did something wrong with her tires and that we broke something when she already had prefaced that she supposedly had a bad sensor. So it's this back and forth argument between her, all of the service people, and then the office guy, John, comes out and he starts talking with them. And he was an older guy. Um, and he starts getting in with her. And then I'm just standing there. And John was like, all right, let me go get my manager. So he went to go get the service manager. He walks away and I'm standing at the desk leaning over and she's right next to me kind of talking to me and she's like, I can't believe this, I can't believe you guys would do this, blah 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 blah. And no one's helping me, everyone's just getting frustrated with me. And I said, well, ma'am, I hate to say this, but if you didn't act like a bitch, we would be able to assist you more. And I got in trouble for that. But anyways, that was
Oh, bravo, bravo. That was beautiful. You have
I
done
okay,
what
listen.
you have
I
done. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so the reason I did that was because I had been working at that job for a little bit now, and I had experienced every type of customer you could experience, and at a dealership, you experience some of the most dickhead people you could ever meet,
Hmm.
and it had been a very long week of just we had a whole bunch of shit happen. The dealership got flooded by a horrible rainstorm. We had like thousands of dollars in property get destroyed from that. And I had to deal with that and move all these old junk cars around that don't work because they're fucking been flooded out and everything. And just a bunch of ridiculous customers coming in there screaming at us. And that was just kind of the final straw. And I said that to her, and then I got kind of in trouble for it. But she deserved it. She was being a bitch and not understanding the fact that she had a fuck tire sensor, even though she told us that she supposedly had one. Anyways, that was probably the one from there that I remember the most.
Mm. Well, yeah, I was just trying to say, you have done pretty much what anyone in a customer service position wants to do, probably on a daily basis, is tell someone
Oh.
Tell it straight.
100%, 100%, and that is the only time I've ever um done that to a customer where I full blown just like lost my filter and I just said that. I did okay, when I mean I got in trouble for that, I was talked to about it, but I didn't get in trouble because everyone kind of backed me up that she was being like absolutely like ridiculous, like screaming and cussing people out. So she got what was coming to her. Now, should I have said it regardless? No, not at all. But they were like, we'll let that slide because in that situation, what she was doing was kind of ridiculous. Because, like, from the story that I tell, it doesn't sound like that bad, but she was a vicious animal. And I was the
Uh,
veterinarian about to
so a
put her
Karen.
down.
So a Karen.
Oh, yeah, mega Karen.
Ugh.
Mega Karen. And she looked like a Karen too. Like, probably 40s, early 50s, that shorter haircut, maybe about to ears length,
Oh,
little bit bigger maybe, mom jeans and everything. She was a Karen.
yeah. It's, I've thankfully not dealt with anyone that terrible, but there's people who will just make stupid comments here and there. Yeah, I'll get to that. I got a couple short ones I'm gonna fire off. So currently, I work at a grocery store, and this one was this one isn't too bad, but some guy I think I was working on mushrooms or something, and this guy just like turns and walks directly into our produce back room, and I just like open the door and I'm like looking at him like, can I help you? And he's like, is this the produce department? I'm like, no, this is the produce back room. The produce department is out here. He's like, oh, and turn back around. I'm like, how the fuck did you miss like all the stands of fruit and vegetables and turn into like the warehouse section of the store?
I was probably trying to steal something.
I don't know. He just looked like he was really fucking lost.
Yeah, I don't know, cause like I've I've had situations at jobs where like people will do dumb shit like that, or I've heard about shit like that, and usually it's someone up to no good, like they're trying to steal something. But genuinely, there probably are. That guy was probably just really dumb.
Yeah, I'm. The reason I say that is just like he turned, walked in, like he had like a little I forget what they're called, but it's the little carts that you can just hold in your hand, and he just like walked in and like
Oh yeah.
as soon as he walked in, he just like stopped dead and like looked really confused. Um, so yeah, like if he had been like going into boxes or something, then yeah, I'd have been a little more suspicious of him. Let me see the next thing. I had a full display of iceberg lettuce, and like someone came by and like, is there any fresher out back? I'm like, everything in the back, it's like all from pretty much the same day. At least at
Mhm.
my store, we go through stuff a lot. Like you pretty much will come in, everything is pretty much fresh that day by at least noontime.
Mhm.
So I'm just thinking in my head like this. Yeah, this is all the same. There's no difference. Like sometimes at first I would be really nice and I would be like, yeah, I can go, grab another box if you want to take a look at that. But I quickly realized like it's all the
It
same.
don't
Like
make a difference. Yeah.
there's no difference. If it's all from the same delivery, like yeah. Um, Let me see. The next one was, oh, I hate. So in the summer, unfortunately, I come in. I've got my jacket on or my apron, and it's impossible to like really hide from anybody. As soon as you punch in and you walk by, someone's going to be asking you like, "Where's this? Where's that?"
Mhm.
But if I got my jacket, my work jacket, I can put my sweater over that in like the fall and winter, zip it up, and like pretty much nobody will have a clue that I'm an employee. I just blend in. Unfortunately, I wear an apron most of the time just because it gives me more flexibility with my arms, and that's a problem because it hangs well below your jacket, so people will just see that little bit. Even though I'm bundled up in a jacket, they'll just be like, "Excuse me, where's this?" I'm like, can you just assume that I'm on my break or something? No, apparently not.
Mm-hmm.
Even some days I've come in to go shopping and people will just randomly like address me like I'm an employee. I am, but I'm not even working. And like, where's this? And I'm like, what fucking makes you assume that I work here? Like I'm not even in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in just like sweatpants and a jacket. Like, what makes you think I'm working? I think I
Well,
don't know. Maybe
how long have you worked there?
I've worked there just over 2 years. So
Well,
some
yeah,
people,
some of those
some
people might recognize you.
yeah, and it's like yeah, but still, please fuck off. Let me just shop in peace.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. No, that would be fucking irritating if I came into work and people started asking me questions. I mean, that's happened before, but not like it's usually like a quick question and they're like, "Yeah, I'll answer it," but it's not like, "Where's this? Can you show me this? Can you take me to that?" I'm like, "I'm glad I don't work in a job where I have to do that."
yeah, I mean,
Um,
the thing is, like, if it's in my department, I can pretty much find it. Unless they, like, some
mhm.
people will ask for things we don't even carry, and there's more on that later. But sometimes people, like, the meat department is right next to us, so sometimes people will walk over to me in the produce section and ask, "Oh, do you have any hams?" And I'm like, you need to go ask the meat guy. I don't have a clue." But yeah.
Yeah. Um, I'm trying to think. There was another one I had on the tip of my tongue. Um, so I see. I don't have a lot of stories like that where like you just have like dumb shit people like, where's this? Is this, is a mayonnaise an instrument? Like situations like that. But I've had at my current job, I had this was actually kind of recent, a couple months ago. I had this woman whose son was in swim classes and he had so usually at my job, so we consider kids to be like um stuck or in like needing further assistance if they've been in their specific level for usually around 6 months. And so she was concerned because he had been in the level for a long time. In her opinion, he'd only been in for 4 months, so he wasn't technically stuck. And she was just concerned about his progression. And so they did a private class with him to see if he was ready to move up to the next level. Because, sometimes when you have kids who bounce from days to days or different instructors, different instructors' opinions vary and kids do better with certain instructors. So sometimes you'll have kids who may be ready to move on to the next level, but because of the specific instructor that they've been working with, it's not super apparent. And so they did a private lesson with him, and I went out there and I asked the instructor because I'm a manager, and I asked how did it go? Or is he ready to move up? And she said, no, he really needs to work on his back float. Well, that had been the issue why he wasn't progressing, was mainly the back float. And he had discomfort in laying on his back. He didn't like water getting into his ears. So I was like, okay, I'll go talk to his mom. So I went out there and I started talking to his mom. And, she was getting frustrated because, like, why isn't he doing this? And why can't he progress? Like, I see he's this old, he's in this level with these little kids. I'm like, well, ma'am, um, you know, his age his age doesn't necessarily mean that he's struggling or that he should move up. We have kids who get in levels with like young kids who are like 13, 14 years old with like 4-year-old kids. Um, and so I was like, well, ma'am, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. He clearly has discomfort with his on his back, so we need to get him used to that. And she's like, well, can't you accommodate him at all? And it's like, well, ma'am, what do you mean? He's like, well, usually when you have a kid who's struggling, you accommodate them, you give them extra assistance and things like that. And I was like, well, we do that, ma'am. We try different approaches to things and we tried to do things differently because, every kid learns differently. So we try that. And she's like, well, if he can't, why would you not just move him up to accommodate him? Because he can do everything else. He can't just do that. And I was like, well, ma'am, backfloating is like one of the most important things you can do in swimming. If he can't float on his back, I can't put him in a level that's going to have a large focus on backfloat because the next level, that's a lot of the stuff they do is just floating on his back. If he can't do that by himself, then he can't be in that level. He's not ready. And she's like, oh, I understand that. And I was like, well, clearly not, because you're confused why we can't accommodate it for him. But she seemed to understand, but she wasn't comprehending at first that, like, I can't just graduate your kid because he can do everything else, but he can't do, this really important thing. Like, any school you go to for swimming, they're gonna prioritize floating on your back, because, like, that's where you can rest and get your air, and you can chill out and breathe and everything. Like, if you're in
Mhm.
the middle of the ocean and you start, like, getting tired, the last thing you want to do is swim on your stomach. You want to lay on your back and float there for a minute and rest. Um, she just wasn't understanding it. Um, so she was just really confused, which, I mean, you get a lot of parents like that. Then there was this other time, and this is the one bad encounter I had with someone at my current job that was a customer. The only real bad encounter. So this woman comes in and she has two kids, again, who are stuck in a level. They're getting to the point where they're just ready to swim across the pool, but they can't fully do it yet. And she's been complaining, well, if they're ever going to learn to swim across the pool, you need to make them do it more or try it more. And, like, yeah, that's a really good point. They should do that. So her kids usually only swam with only female instructors. You get that a lot at these places where kids won't work with male instructors. They're just terrified of them. And I'm the only guy there. And they were like, well, we'll put him with, I'm not going to say my name, but we'll put him with so-and-so because he's really good with students and he knows how to get students who are stuck to progress. And he does really well with that. And she's like, okay, fine. So she signs him up for this class. And the one instructor talked to the kids and was like, hey, you're going to work with so-and-so this week. It's all right. He'll be, nothing to be afraid of. And they were fine. So they're coming into the pool to come work with me. And their mom leans in and is like, hey, this class is like a giant waste of time. So let's just get it over with. I'm like, bitch, like, seriously? Like, how are you going to say that straight to my face? But here's the ironic thing. So I get them in the pool and I do exactly what she wants, and because that's exactly what they need. And I did that, and then they got ready. They progressed to the next level, and then she didn't say it to my face. She said it to the lady at the front counter. She said that was the best class I've ever had them in. I was like, bitch, eat your fucking words. Like, don't ever tell me that this class is a waste of time when it hasn't even happened.
Yeah.
Damn. Also, sorry. Thanks, guys, for starting without me. I was watching Book of Boba Fett with my dad, so
Of course you were.
yes.
Welcome. Welcome.
Welcome, Pissfoot.
Nice. So, how many stories have we shared so far?
I shared about like 3, and I think Heroic has shared 3 as well.
All right. So I have a list. It's just I can't imagine some of these are gonna compare to your guys' stories. So it's up to you if you want to each tell one more. Or...
No, you go ahead. You just got
You can
here.
go ahead.
Okay. So this was back when we did the yeah, I think it was Dumb Customers 1, right? I think because there was a story I told where like I think my audio cut out too much and like you had to cut it out, so I'll tell it now. So at the restaurant that I worked at, for those of you that don't know, I used to work at I used to work at a mall, like a restaurant at my mall, and we would get some interesting people come in every now and then. And I was closing one night, and it was about like we closed at 9, about 9:15, 9:20. These two guys come in, and they're just one of them's in a wheelchair. I mean, like a young guy, not like an old, not like an old guy that can't walk anymore, but like a young guy in a wheelchair, and his friend come in, and the guy in the wheelchair just randomly asks us, like I said, we're closed, and they just fucking come in through the door, and they're like, "Yeah, is your meat halal?" It's like the most random fucking thing ever to have happen while we're trying to close. Of course, the answer was no, and they just left.
You told this story before.
Yeah, I did, but like I just said, like it didn't make it in the last episode because my audio cut out too much.
Mm,
That's what you told me, bitch.
I don't know. I forget. It's been a
No,
while.
you definitely told me. Don't deny it. We're
I
married.
don't remember, you fuck.
That was
Don't start with me.
so. If somebody else wants to go. I want to. There's like the big one I want to tell, but I need to like get my thoughts together for it. Like how to tell.
I'm trying to think. I didn't come super prepared like you guys did. Fucking wrote these down.
Well, I have a bunch of like small ones written down, and I have a couple that might take me a few minutes, but
Yeah.
um,
I'm trying to think. It's a
I
quick enough small one.
I really hate people who like they come in, their kids start screaming like bloody murder at the top of their lungs about something like I don't know, they want some random toy or uh some apple or whatever the fuck. And then the parent, instead of like stopping and like trying to like get the kid to stop, they just they act like the kid's not doing anything or the kid's not even there and just continue
Oh
about
yeah.
it. And it's like they spend like 20 minutes in the department, and then the kids just like shut the fuck up. It literally just like makes me tense, and I just like want to turn around and just strangle the kid. And I honestly don't think the parent would really complain about it.
Yeah, honestly, like that's one thing though that like my job, I deal with shit like that all the time, and it has just made me completely numb to that sort of thing. Um, Plus I've learned like a lot of ways to like calm kids down from like things like that. So that shit used to bother the fuck out of me. But now that I've dealt with it for 2 years, I've become so numb to it that like a crying or like screaming kid has literally no effect on me. Where like it doesn't bother me the slightest. Like now there's some times where like they'll be cool for a second and then all of a sudden they just start freaking out over something stupid. I'm like, why the fuck do you got to do this right now? Can you stop being a fucking little mongrel for 5 seconds and just chill out? It's like,
Yeah,
fuck, man. Kids are such fucking complex fucking creatures, man.
yeah. Children are stupid.
Oh,
Ironic.
yeah, especially when they
Eat
just sit
shit.
there.
Eat shit.
Especially when they just sit there randomly and I'm just standing there and the kid randomly just tells me that their dad died with no other context and that's it.
Wait, that
Yeah,
actually happened, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, it happened. I've had kids say some fuck shit to me,
I
like,
would I would
"I'm not
actually
gonna see
be
daddy for a while," or like, uh, I had a kid ask me, "Who's COVID?" Um, or,
Who is
uh,
COVID?
um,
I'll do
I
you
had
one better. I'll do you one better. Why is COVID?
I was okay. So when I used to, so I have had a lot of positions at my job. So I've been a normal instructor. I've been a supervisor, a deck supervisor. So I just walk around and make sure people are doing their jobs, and I help out with instructors. And now I'm a manager. I still do all of those positions. So I still teach. I still do supervisor on some days, but I fall into the manager category now. So
Nice.
I was in um I was just walking around one day and there was this one class on a Tuesday that I always had to help out with because of this one kid. And so I get in there and the instructor's doing the main thing. I'm just kind of standing there making sure everything's going smoothly because as soon as they see me, they usually just kind of chill out and then they listen because like, oh shit, there's a big tall scary man in my class now. I need to listen or else he's going to like eat me or something. And so I'm just sitting there and half the kids are on the other side of the pool and the instructor's over there now and the last kid's about to go to swim across. And I'm standing there next to this kid and literally no joke, she just looks over me and she comes over to me closer to me and she's like, "My dad died." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then she didn't say anything else and then swam across the pool and I was like, "What the fuck,
It's
man?"
like
see,
it's like you're not gonna follow that up with anything.
like at that point I would just pull out a cross and start chanting in Latin to cast that demon back to hell.
Oh, kids say some fuck things like they're like, I remember this one kid who used to swim with us for a while. He actually, the reason we found out was because of him. The reason he wasn't swimming anymore was because his parents were going through a divorce. And he said, "I'm not going to see daddy for a while." Like, oh, fuck.
It's like, what do you
Um,
want me to do with that information, kid?
yeah, they just say random shit. Like, again, like I said, who is COVID? What is that? Like, what do you mean, who's COVID? They say some darn things, man.
I'm glad I don't really. I very rarely actually talk to kids. It's the only time is usually when like some kid wants something and the mom will be like, "Well, go ask that guy over there," and they'll come up to me and like, "Excuse me, where's the strawberries?" And I'll be like, "Oh, it's over here." That's like the
Hmm.
most interaction I have with kids, thankfully.
And then actually just today, just today was, every now and then it's, at my job, I still work at a restaurant, but it's like, well, at least once a week I'll work, and it's like, some family will come in, they got little kids, and, sometimes the kids will be trying to like shout out their order, like, I want this. And it's like, I just kind of ignore them because it's like, I don't want to put it in, I don't want to like ring it up unless like the parent says for sure, like, we're going to get this. But it's just like, if the kids are just so persistent, it's like, shut up and let your fucking mother order the fucking food. You fucking demon spawn.
Yeah.
You know
Let
what I
your
mean?
mother talk.
Oh, and the fucking worst thing ever, and this happened at my last job too. The fucking worst thing is when they start trying to play with shit, like,
Oh my
Oh,
god.
on your, basically like right by the register, like things that are like on display, like you can buy gift cards, for instance. Like if they start fucking like trying to fucking touch that shit, it's like you don't want to be mean and like you don't want to be mean and be like don't touch that. So when a kid was doing that last week, like literally, I just like grabbed it and just kind of pulled it back enough for them to get the hint.
yeah.
I mean, it's like, what
Um,
else are you supposed to do, like, without saying, like, don't touch that? Because it's like, then you just sound like a fucking asshole to their parents.
Yeah,
yeah,
and you might piss off the parents.
and then the kid starts fucking screaming, and no one's gonna do anything. I had one. I didn't write this down, but this reminded me of it. So I was working on our tomato case, and this mom had like her toddler with her, and he was being a little pain in the ass, and she was like telling him like, "Hey, stop that," and he just like, I don't know, he thinks she's joking or something. He just mocked her back. Stop that. And I just hear her sigh as she like steps away next to me to like grab something, and I just hear her mutter under her breath, "Fucking little creature." And I just had to stop, and I'm just holding my breath, trying not to start laughing. I'm like, oh, that was so fucking good. It's like I feel
Yeah.
your pain.
Okay, that reminds me. So, not obviously not my work story, but like back when I was no, it wasn't driver's ed. It was back in high school when I was doing like like, well, Herokus, I don't think you know, but Kami, you probably do. Like those SAT prep courses that you can take if you want to.
He's muted.
Oh shit. Anyway, so
I'm sorry, what did you say? I was talking to my mom.
oh so do you know those like SAT prep courses that you can optionally sign up for in high
In
school?
high school, well, that's the thing. In my high school, it wasn't optional. Everyone had to take it when you were a junior.
Oh,
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Oh,
It was two segments for the first because my school went by trimesters. So the first two trimesters you had, the first one was English prep, and then the second half was math prep. And I think they were interchangeable. Just depends. But
that's
we had to take them. They weren't bad at all. Actually, they were actually really chill. Just kind of blow off classes.
yeah, it's but anyway, so the reason I bring this up is because when I took it, it was like I think it was like either 1 or 2 weeks like during the summer at some point at at the elementary school, and we go there. And at the same time there was like I guess it was like some kids it wasn't really a summer camp, but it was kind of like, you know, just some fun shit for these kids to do like during the summer. I guess it was like camp a little bit, like they do arts and crafts or they do whatever bullshit. And it's like I'm using the bathroom and um fucking it's like trying to remember how this went exactly. So of course the camp had like little like they had supervisors, probably like college age kids or something like that. High school, college age, I don't know, college age probably. And of course they have to like escort the kids to the bathrooms because they're not gonna fucking like they're probably too young to. I don't know I don't know why. But same thing, heroic. It's like just the kids just being a fucking like pain in the ass, and then I just hear the fucking supervisor mutter under his breath like "stupid kid" or like "fucking
Yeah,
stupid kid." So
yeah,
that was probably his dumb, well, sort of dumb customer story.
yeah. Speaking of asses, I'd like to talk about the insane shit that happens in bathrooms, no pun intended.
Hmm.
Um, something there's this weird phenomenon when people step into a public bathroom, they gain the ability to shit like a not a machine gun, a shotgun. Because I've literally gone in there to go take a shit myself, and it's like people somehow just completely coat the toilet in fucking shit and piss, and I don't
Oh,
understand how it's possible.
at that point, you better
I
hope
feel
like
like I'm starting to think that maybe there's a secret organization of people who actively go out and do this every day. It's like I gotta make as much of a mess as possible here.
you know what? It's actually so I forget what they're called, but like my manager was telling me about this the other week. I think like I forget what the term is, but it's like there's like customers, quote unquote, that'll like they'll pretend to be customers, but they're actually like, or no, I think she was telling about like at her previous job, what they would do is like have a guy pretend to be a customer and like go up and order, and it like the point of it was to make sure like that the cashiers or the employees were like
Doing their
do
job.
yeah, essentially, and make sure they're all like, would you like this with it? Would you like a drink? Would you like stuff like that?
Yeah, it's called a secret shopper.
Yeah, I don't think that was the term she used, but yeah, same basic
Yeah,
idea.
it's the same thing. They might call it different things, but yeah, they're
It's yeah.
usually hired directly by the company or a third party brought in by the company, and it's like go to our stores and just like test things basically.
But
Hmm.
yeah, I wonder if they have something similar for the bathrooms. They just hire people to just fucking wreck the bathrooms, and then the point is to see how well the employees actually clean
Oh.
them.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that you just brought up the bathrooms. I have to tell this story really quick. So this happened a couple I've had okay, at my job there have been a plethora of bathroom stories, but this one happened not
But
long ago and
this will be a spin-off episode at some point.
oh good because I
Oh,
have some fucking stories, but this one I have to tell now because this kind of goes under dumb customers. So had a kid in class get a bloody nose. Nothing out of the ordinary. This happens all the time. Kids get bloody noses a lot. Um, his dad pulled him out of class, and then they went to the bathroom. Or anything. So the dad comes up to the counter. I was like, "Hey, can we get a makeup class because he got a bloody nose and I had to pull him out." And I don't remember what they told him. Either yes or no because they give him makeups based on like when in the class they leave. If like they get a bad attitude and they leave like super early, they'll give them a makeup because like they're not just gonna make the parents pay for a class that they didn't like get through. But if it's like 5 minutes, like no, you're not getting a makeup class. And so he leaves, his kid leaves, and someone went into the bathroom and came up to the front desk and was like, "Hey, there's blood in the bathroom," and they're like, "Okay, we'll go clean it up." They go in the bathroom and go clean it up. When I mean crime scene, murder scene, there was blood everywhere on the toilet, on the floor, on the walls, everywhere. Like this kid fucking looked like someone bled out in the bathroom and they were in horror cuz it looked like a fucking murder scene, like someone had been brutally mutilated in the bathroom. There was just blood everywhere and he didn't even tell anyone. The guy just straight up
Oh, of
didn't even
course.
tell anyone that they bled everywhere. This is fucked.
Of course, I didn't tell anyone because why would they? Because they assume it's like, oh well, it's their job to clean it, even though it's like they made no fucking attempt at it. Like you can reasonably expect them to clean the bathroom as far as like, maybe there's a little bit of piss on the toilet seat or, like the
Yeah.
sinks, spritz it down real quick with, whatever cleaning solution. But like to expect them to clean up basically like you said, a fucking crime scene's worth of blood, it's like, go fuck yourself in the asshole
Like
Yeah.
until it
as
bleeds that much.
as much as like we were all kind of pissed off about it. Like I didn't see it. I heard about it. I think they took some pictures and showed me. Yeah, they did. They showed me a couple pictures. It was bad, but like it wasn't even the fact that like he didn't tell anyone. It was like, holy shit, like how much fucking blood do your child lose? Like, is that kid okay?
Yeah, especially when it comes to blood also it's like, you got to worry about, I mean, forget about COVID, like bloodborne diseases or whatever.
Oh,
It's like
it's something that
you're
yeah.
gonna need gloves. You're gonna need like to take all these precautions. It's like
Oh yeah.
it's not as easy as, or it's not gonna be as quick and easy to clean up as, like, it's basically a biohazard at that point.
Oh yeah, major because we've we deal with like bloody noses a lot and stuff, and like we have like blood kits for it, so it's like a plastic bag that we keep in the first aid kit. Keep a couple in there. It's like gloves and like a tissue type thing, and then like a cloth, um like a wet paper towel and stuff. So like you put the gloves on, you tell them to hold the thing up to their nose, and then after you take the thing, and then you wipe down their face with it. And usually, sometimes it's quick and easy, and then other times the kid's having a fucking hemorrhaging blood everywhere. I'm just glad that that kid didn't bleed all over the pool because then you'd probably have to close the whole fucking pool for
You
like a couple
gotta,
classes.
yeah, you gotta like probably drain the entire fucking pool, which is like however many fucking hundreds or thousands of gallons worth of water wasted right there.
Oh yeah. I mean, we drain the pool like usually every couple months. Usually when we have like a break, because my job, because as kids we get breaks. So like for the holidays, so, like we get a day off for Halloween. Christmas break is usually like a week and a half and everything, and managers usually do all that stuff on there. Um, but I mean, even like during some accidents at work, we don't drain the pool. Like when kids piss, like shit in the pool or vomit in the pool, you got to get in and clean that up. It's not
Or
even just
puke
draining it.
or puke in the pool. I've seen
Yeah,
that happen before.
yep, we've had puke in the pool a lot. Puke and shit are the common ones. Piss, you don't do anything about because it's just piss.
Yeah, it's like
But
enough chlorine will just like it's yeah, enough chlorine will just get
well,
rid of it
it's
basically.
not even that. Just that piss is a. I mean, unless you don't have any fuck disease, piss is usually sterile. So
Mm.
it's not like it's like a major hazard. Yeah, but then again, any little bit of chlorine, if there's anything in there, it's gonna kill it. So if
Mm.
for some reason some kid has some fucking disease in their piss, it's dead immediately upon entering the pool.
Um, so I got a couple. I don't know what this was about. I sometimes when I go and I'm using the bathroom, specifically like taking a shit, like people will be very impatient to get into the stall.
Ah, yep.
Um, like occasionally I've had people like they go up, they try to open it, and it's like it's clearly locked, and they just like violently shake it. It's like, oh, maybe if I fucking rip it off the hinges, it'll open. And I'll be
Oh
like,
yeah.
"Hello, I'm in here." Like, "Oh, my bad." Like, don't give me that my bad shit. Get the fuck out and go to the other one.
It's like you didn't see it's like you didn't see my feet under the stall door, you fucking asshole.
And sometimes there was this one time I was sitting there, I'm taking the shit, and like every so often, if it's gonna take you a while, you'll flush every so often to get rid of the paper and whatever. And I do that, and this guy's waiting, and I flush, and I just hear "thank you," like he's
What?
saying that to try to rush me out or something, and I'm just like, I'm just staring at the door, and I'm looking at the guy's feet, and I'm like, what the fuck?
It's like, is there not another stall that he could go into in the
There,
meantime?
what we have is up front by the cafe. There's two just rooms that you can go into. Then at the back, we have the men's room has a urinal and a stall. I've not been in it, but I've been told by the people that clean it, like the ladies' room has 2 stalls because obviously, I think a woman using a urinal will be kind of awkward.
I mean, well, like, yeah, they can't really use it that well. So, yeah, there would
Yeah,
have to be 2 stalls, and that's it.
yeah. So it was like the guy's just waiting, and I'm just like, is you saying thank you just gonna make me suddenly wipe faster or something? Like, no, I just continued as I was, and I think the guy just left after like another minute, and probably just went to the other bathroom. I'm like, fuck off, dude. Um, Also, not bathroom related, but because we were talking about blood, there was this guy. This had to be 2020 at some point.
Oh
This
no.
older guy came in, and we have over by our kitchen section, we have what's called the hot plate. It's got all the rotisserie chickens and like whatever, hot food.
Mm-hmm.
Like apparently he was turning around that and like nicked himself on the edge of something and just gave himself a
Oh.
little cut. It was enough for him to bleed a little bit, but not like it wasn't like he needed medical attention. He just needed like a band-aid.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but he didn't like realize he was bleeding until he got all the way over to my area. And like he just comes over to me, he's holding his arm up. I'm like, he's excuse me, and I turn around and he's like, I'm bleeding a little bit here. I just nicked myself on something back there, and I'm like, okay. I'm just panicking because it's the first time this fucking happened, and I'm just like, just stay here for a minute. Let me go get you a band-aid or something. And he was like, yeah, okay. I run over and I'm just asking the guy. I got a guy over here. He's like bleeding a little bit. Like, do we have band-aids or something? They gave me something, and I went over and I gave it to him, and like we got him taken care of. I think he was like, no, I'm good. And like he's starting to walk around. I'm like, I need you to. Oh wait, no, I remember now. We didn't have any band-aids. Um, Instead, like they would have had to have. They had to call someone from up front. They had like a what do they call it? First aid kit. So
Mm-hmm.
there's gauze in there and whatever. So we had to wait for that. And like he starts walking around. I'm like, sir, I need you to stay here because you are bleeding. And he's like,
Right.
no, no, I'm good. He just continued fucking shopping, and he's fucking bleeding everywhere. It's
Oh,
not
wait,
like bad,
this,
but it's like drops here and there. And he's
uh,
like reaching over displays, and I'm like, great, now I have to comb through this display to make sure there's no fucking drop of blood. Because if there is, I gotta rip that entire display out and throw it away.
oh my God. It's like,
This fucking
Just like
incompetence
during
just hurts.
2020 when how
that's,
ridiculous that year was when everyone was freaking out about being sanitary.
dude, that was,
Yeah.
I heard something like in Pennsylvania where, I think it was Pennsylvania where I think it was like this woman went into a grocery store and was like deliberately fucking coughing on everything in the produce section.
Oh my god, that's fucking stupid.
And it was, well, I think she got arrested, but it
I would
was,
hope so.
I think she did. I would need to find the article, but I think she got arrested, but even worse, it was like, that was like tens of thousands of dollars worth of produce just that they had to fucking throw out because of that.
That sounds like a fucking what's it?
Uh,
Uh,
she would have had to cough on the whole fucking department for it to cost
That's
that much.
That's what I'm saying. Like she coughed on fucking everything, basically, or like enough to where like they
I,
had to
I
just
not
clean
only
out everything.
not only would I have been furious at her, it's just like we got to waste all that product. So really, they should be charged for it.
But
And
yeah, if she got arrested, I assume there were fines
oh,
attached to it.
oh, you better believe me. If I was the manager and that happened, I'd be pressing charges. You're gonna pay for that entire delivery, and I'm gonna send you home with it too.
sounds like a
It's
bad
like,
radius
because
job.
like we would have bins in the back where we like anything that's damaged or whatever. it gets thrown out into that, and the containers like just get thrown in the trash after we scan them out. But there's only so many, and they only empty them like I think like twice a week. So it's like the entire department would not fit in those bins. You would have to throw it away in the trash, and that would fill up that pretty quick too.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and then the entire department's going to be pissed off because, and they're probably calling some help because now they got to restock the entire department from scratch.
I mean, like before they even restock, like they gotta like once the produce is clear out, they probably gotta sanitize everything, like every fucking little surface too.
Pretty much, they'd probably go in teams where it's like, okay, we got what needs to go up in there. We got this person with the cleaning stuff, and we got this person who's just gonna rip it all out, run off. Second person clean, and then the third person comes in and just fills it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what we would do at least. Um,
So, is it all right if I share a quick one?
yeah, go ahead.
So this is I'm looking through my list now. So, I'll just share this one because it's pretty quick. It's not related. So the restaurant again, the restaurant I used to work at. So once again, the mall attracts a little bit of everybody. Some degenerates, some normal people, some families, some parents. And this was the subject of one of these stories. So I think it was like we had this regular customer. I mean, he was a bit of an asshole, but I mean, he was fine for the most part. I guess he was meeting a couple lady friends that day. I don't know if they were like coworkers or I don't know what the deal was. Not really important to the story, but so it was basically like you order an entree and you get some like bread on the side. And we were one of the very few locations in our state that like I mean corporate wanted us to be like charging an extra dollar like if they wanted it. Most of the other locations didn't for some reason. I don't know why, but we did. It was like, do you want extra bread for a dollar basically? And when I was explaining that to this lady, she was like she just gave me so much fucking attitude about it. She's like, well, none of the other locations, but the thing was she wouldn't fucking drop it. And she was just getting so aggressive to the point where like my fucking shift leader like had to step in and like explain it to her. Like I wasn't paying too much attention at that point.
It's like it's an offer.
But like the thing was she was used to getting it for free like everywhere else she went, like at any other location she would go to.
Yeah,
But it's like it's an extra dollar. It's like why are you making such a fucking fuss about it, you know?
yeah. It's not like it's fucking a massive amount of money. It's a dollar for a piece of bread. Will be.
And then but then the thing was I think in like the nicest way possible, he was saying something like, you could like call corporate, double check with it. Like I forget how he worded it exactly, but like he was just in the nicest way possible. He said like, double check with them, make sure, we're all in the same. I forget what he said. Like I said, but then whatever he said, I reiterated it like as I gave her the receipt, and then she's like, I think you should check with corporate. It's like what the fuck are you mad at me for? You know what I mean? I don't make the rules. We don't make.
Yeah, yeah. It's
It
dumb.
was. It's just yeah. It's just the fact that it's again. It's like why are you mad at the cashier when you should be mad at corporate sort of thing.
Yeah. I get this is a very recurring thing, and it absolutely boils my blood every time. So, for context, like we have a wall that's just got a bunch of salad bags on it, like salad kits, or it might just be like a bag of romaine by itself, whatever. There's two shreds items we have, which is one is shredded lettuce and the other one is shredded red cabbage. You would think we would carry shredded green cabbage because the company makes it, but I guess it just doesn't sell well at our store, so we don't bother with it.
Hmm.
So this is just for an example. This lady came in and she asked me for, you have any of the shredded green cabbage from this company. I said, we don't carry that. We only have the, I told her what we had. She said, oh no, I got it last week. You guys do carry it. And I'm just, in my head, I'm just like, okay, Grandma, let's get you back to the home. Look, we don't carry it. I have been at the store for just over 2 years. We don't carry it. And it's all sorts of different items. Like people will ask me, you know, it could be something from such and such company. I see you got it right here, or they'll ask me for some odd item that would be imported from some other country, and it's like we don't have it, and they always say, "Oh, I just got it here last week." It's like, no, you didn't. We never had this item, or it might be something that we haven't had in years. I'm like, there's no way you got it last week because it's been out of stock. Well, not out of stock. It's not been carried at the store for years now, and they'll insist. They'll go to the grave fighting that. No, I bought it here last week. No, you bought it at probably a different location or an entirely different. You probably got it at Walmart or Hannaford's or whatever other fucking grocery store. You did not buy it here. So don't tell me, the employee who's been here for 2 years, that, oh yeah, I bought this last week, because you fucking didn't.
That's why I would hate to work retail, or well, among many other reasons. But like, people do that shit. Like, especially like stores like Walmart or Target. Like, people go like, I've heard so many stories of like, somebody will buy something like, hell, even my grandmother did this. Like 10, like, well, no, 20, like 15, 20 years ago, something like she would get something from Target, and then like years later, like she's like, I don't need this anymore, so she goes to return it, and they just accept it.
Why? Why? I would be looking at it like, I doubt she'd have the receipt. My mom would have the receipt though. She had receipts for like fucking 10 years. Um, but like yeah, I mean, some part of it might be just some people that don't care, and
Yeah, I think that's just it. They don't care enough.
or when you work there and retail, you get to like understand that certain people with certain appearances, and you can kind of just automatically go, okay, that is a bitch right there. She's gonna
Yeah.
give me a hard time. So they might just like accept it and just so it's like, so there's no conflict. They'll bite the bullet later or whatever, but they just don't want to fucking deal with people, and I understand that. Yeah. Um. Yeah, I get people with stupid shit like that all the time.
I want to tell a quick one also, if you don't mind.
No, you're not allowed.
Yeah, you're not allowed.
So again at my old job, so it's like, again with the entrees, the way it worked was like you get whatever entree you want, and then you get to pick. Well, it depends on what you get. Like if you get a sandwich, you get one side. If you get like something, an actual entree, you get two sides. Apparently, this guy, and well, I'm assuming at least he was German because well, he definitely had like a Slavic sort of accent, but I don't know if that matters to the story that much. But other than just, again, this isn't to sound like culturally insensitive or anything, but it's like, um, basically, the thing with like Slavic languages, they could be saying like the nicest thing ever, but they still just sound like they're fucking angry. That's just how the language sounds. Like no matter what they say, they just sound like they're angry all the time.
I mean, that's basically the German language.
Yeah.
It's like you can watch a video of like someone, they could be reciting poetry for their loved one, and they just sound like they just sound like they're fucking growling.
Hans, schreibt der Flammenwerfer.
Okay, that was actual German. Whatever the fuck you just said.
Hallo, ich bin Ian, meine Mutter und mein Vater ist sehr, sehr groß und sehr, what's the other word? I don't fucking remember.
But
Pay attention to that. Anyways, go ahead.
but and like one of the sides we had was like, you could get like potato salad, and well, you can also like double up on a side. So essentially, like get two of the same thing. And I guess in the past, what we did was like if you get two of the same side, like they just kind of like fill your whole plate with it, and then like whatever the entree is, they just put it on top.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's how they did it before, because like this guy ordered like kebabs and then side of potato salad, like I said, and I brought the food out to him. Everything was fine, and then of course eventually I have to make my rounds, like check on all the customers, like is your food all right? How did it turn out? Blah blah blah. And I get to him, and he's like, he goes on this whole long-winded explanation as to you didn't give me as, like I said in the German accent, like you didn't give me as much potato salad as last time I was here, and I'm not sure I'm ever gonna come back. That was what fucking got me. Like, what the fuck do you mean? You didn't get as much potato salad as, and now you're like threatening to like, I'm never gonna come back.
It is such a fucking empty threat when people do that crap.
But it's
It's like,
like, I
yeah,
mean,
see you next week.
yeah, it's like then I'm trying to, well, like I'm trying to reason with him, like, well, when was the last time you were here? Because like my thinking was this was probably how we did it like years ago, but not anymore, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know, for whatever reason he wasn't having it, so it was one of those things like I had to let the manager know, and of course she goes over with one of those fucking, what are they called, like basically like the little we're sorry cards, and it's like your next meal's on us. Fucking bullshit.
Oh, oh my God. People like are aware of like how it works sometimes, so they do that shit just so they can get like a freebie. And like, oh, fuck
Yeah.
off.
Oh, that actually, okay, I didn't write this down, but it just reminded me of this other one similarly. Same thing. We had this older couple come in one time. It was like during a slow. It was probably around like 2:30, 3 o'clock, like after the lunch rush, so it's a little slower. Like there might only be like one other person eating in there in the restaurant. So this old couple comes in, and you know, I think it's like they order a few appetizers, and then they each get like a whatever the hell entree or sandwich, or I forget, but the only thing that's important is like the appetizers. Um, as you could probably imagine, the appetizers like are very quick. Like they don't take very long at all to make. Like they're ready in probably less than a minute.
Mhm.
The entrees take more time. So it's like whatever it is, it's like they have to put it on the grill, or they have to whatever else they got to assemble. Like if it's a sandwich, of course they got to assemble it. But like the appetizers are ready like in a minute. So they order all this food, and I figure like let me run this one thing out to them while it's still hot, so they can enjoy it, before their regular like food comes out. And I bring it to them, and they're like, oh no no, can you bring that out with the rest of the food? And I'm like, okay, sure. Might not be hot by the time that's all ready, but sure. And sure as shit, when all the food was ready, I brought it out, and then they fucking complained that the original thing I brought them out was fucking cold, and the manager had to like give
Oh,
them a new one. Like they had to make a whole fucking new one because they didn't want it cold, because they didn't want it in the first place.
oh, boo fucking who.
It's like I gave you the chance to eat it when it was fucking hot, and you didn't want it because you're a fucking dumbass. Fucking idiots.
Yeah,
Fucking. Anyway.
you offered them appetizers and they spat in your face.
Exactly. That's.
Um,
Anyway,
yeah,
somebody else.
Connor,
Yeah, one
Connor,
of
you
you
got
guys can
anything?
go. One of you guys can go. I gotta go to the
Um,
bathroom real quick.
I don't think I have anything else.
All right, so I'm gonna fire off like what I got left, and we can probably wrap up.
All right, sure.
So, let me see which one was related to something. Shit, I forgot. Um, so we get this thing. We have regular bananas, organic bananas, plantains, and then we have what's called green bananas, where they're actually a different name is no gas bananas because the regular bananas that pretty much everyone eats are treated with a gas so they ripen quicker. So instead of waiting like fucking a week and a half for them to ripen, it'll be like a couple days. And these gasless bananas are very, very popular with certain people. Like, I don't know, because of their like that, like they can cook them or something. I don't know. People do all sorts of shit with them. Sometimes people come in and they want to buy an entire box, which comes up to like I want to say like $20, $30 or whatever. And it it got to a point a little while ago. We weren't getting that many in, or the management didn't want to order like a shitload of them. So they were trying to curb this a little bit with people coming in every day asking for an entire box of something.
Hmm.
And they put up a rule that said anyone who wants these things, they need to call the store in advance, 24 hours in advance, so we can, like, if we're going to order 6 boxes, this person calls in, we'll order a seventh box just for them, and we'll hold it for them. Well, some people, when we tell them this, they'd be like, oh, okay. Like, I'll call, tomorrow or whatever, and I can pick it up in a few days. Well, one guy came in, pulled his cart up, like, right up to the door, and he was like, "Hey, I'd like a box of green bananas." And I said, "Unfortunately," like I asked, like, "Yeah, did you call in advance?" He's like, "No, I get them all the time." I said, "Unfortunately, there's a new rule that they've implemented. You have to call 24 hours in advance, but I get them all the time. Like, I understand that, but it's just a new rule that they put up." And he just wasn't having it. So he's like, he just cut me off, like while I'm trying to explain it, like, "Just give me the manager." I'm like, "Okay."
I'd like
Walk
to speak
back.
to your manager.
I'm trying to find the guy. Um, I couldn't. I ended up getting someone else that worked there. They went and explained it to him, and again, he's like, "Get me the manager." Finally, the guy showed up and he explained it to him, and he told him like, "No, you got to call." And still, he wasn't having it. He walked all the way over to the courtesy booth and ended up speaking to the store director, explained the whole thing, and he wasn't having it. So he just called back and said, "Just give the guy a damn box because he's making a whole scene over here." And I'm like, I kind of hate that like you just end up having to cave because you don't want people making a scene. So it's just whatever. We'll just give you this stupid thing already. Yeah, it's I hate that shit. It's like people just don't want to take no for an answer and they don't want to follow the fucking rules. It's like too fucking bad.
Ugh.
Um, Let me see here. Okay,
Yeah.
those.
If you got any more, I got basically a two-part story, but that can be like my grand finale.
Yeah, I'm trying to just fire off these last ones.
Hmm.
Let me see here. Um, some lady came in, and we have all the bags of grapes, and they're pretty much roughly all the same weight. And she's an older lady. She's like, you know, these bags of grapes are too big. Like, do you have any smaller ones? I'm like, no, this is the only size they come in. It's like, well, you guys need to be making up some smaller bags,
No, we
for people
don't,
who
bitch.
for people who don't want all this. And I'm just like, you do realize you can just take one of the little bags and you can pick out what you want. You can weigh it. Like, but she's still just like, no, you guys gotta. It's your job to do this. And I'm like, thinking in my head, no, it's fucking not. That's why we put the bags here, and why it's it They're priced per pound, so you can pick how many you want. If you want to buy a single fucking grape, you can do that. You're gonna get some weird looks, but you can do that. And she's just making a big fucking thing about it. So she insisted that I go speak to the manager about this because this needs to be a new policy that's, enacted. And whenever this happens, I'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And whenever I happen to go back next, I'll go tell them, for laughs or whatever. And I told him, and this was I quote his response. Maybe she should call 911 and see if anybody gives a shit. So, oh man, that was fucking great. Let me see here. Oh, I hate people who come in, ask for something, and it's one thing if I went to the back to go look for your item and I'm gone for like 5 minutes, I can understand if you leave. Like, it took me way too long to find it, and you just gave up. But I had this guy, and this was the most pathetic incident of it. This guy came in, he asked me for some cauliflower rice, and I didn't have any out, so I'm like, oh, let me go in the back and look for it. I walked to the back, and I literally counted. I wasn't back there for more than 30 seconds. Found the stuff, walked back out, guy was gone. Never saw him again that day. And I'm just like, you couldn't wait 30 fucking seconds. I found your item for you, but no, he just fucking split. And I know he didn't just find it elsewhere because it's the only place in the store that has it. So fuck you. I had more stuff written for like what was happening during the New Year's period. It was a madhouse. We were super busy. We there was massive like it wasn't supply chain issues at first of like stuff not being available. It's just the between Christmas and New Year's and a little bit after, there's a lot of shopping that happens and they just deplete everything from the store, from the warehouses, from the suppliers. And it takes a little while for the system to like effectively reboot and get all that product back in.
Mm-hmm.
So New Year's Day, we had basically nothing in the department. And the truck showed up. Actually, let me see. What day was it? Okay, it was a Saturday. Ugh. Not a good thing on a Saturday. It's not really good on any day, but Saturday is pretty busy in the morning, and then like after 5 o'clock it starts dwindling down and it's not so bad. But for the first like 5 hours of the day, we had fucking almost nothing. There was nothing in the back room, so everyone was just walking around the department, breaking down, cleaning, and then just repeating that for hours on end. And they couldn't send anybody home because as soon as the truck comes in, it's all hands on deck. And once the stuff came in, people would get really testy because they're like, "Oh, the truck's here." It's like, I want that certain item that I'm been waiting for, and it doesn't work like that. We pull everything off the skids. Like we know, okay, everything's empty, so just grab anything and put it where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing I did was I took care of the iceberg case, and I pretty much just had a cart that had like 3 things of iceberg and like 6 boxes of cucumbers. That's all I had on the cart. I was going to have to do it incrementally because there was nothing there. So I'm just frantically like ripping the box open. I'm stocking it really quick, and this lady just walks over to me and, "Oh hey, you guys got your truck?" And I'm like, "Yep, we're unloading everything now. We're trying to get the department filled. Could I have a special request?" And I'm just like, "Lady, not now. This is not a good time for this shit." And I'm like, it depends. Like, we just got our truck in. We don't know where anything is. We're just trying to pick it apart and put it where it goes right now. "Well, do you have cauliflower?" And I'm like, again, don't know where anything is just yet. It's going to take a little while to get everything out. can you go take a look? And I tried again to explain it to her. And I'm like, it's going to be a little while. We just got everything in. It takes a bit. And she just said, oh, well, the store's really upsetting me lately. I don't think I'll be shopping here that much anymore. It's like, yeah, okay.
See you
See
next
you.
week, fucking
Yeah.
old cunt.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did see her the next week. It's like, shut the fuck up. It's such an empty threat. I hate it. Let me see, what else do I got here? Okay, I got 3 left. So, in the United States, there are sweet potatoes. Some people call them yams, but I mean, we do get yams, but they're imported from other countries. I've had Oriental yams, but the regular yams, it's from other countries. And some people will come in and they ask for yams or sweet potatoes. I point them. The stupid thing is, we get the box stuff that comes in the boxes. The box says sweet potatoes. The sign we have up says yams. So that's on the company. I don't know why they have it say that. The manager doesn't even agree with it. He tried to change it, but he was told to switch it back. I don't understand why. Because it confuses people. Sometimes I explain when someone asks, and they're like, oh, they're not the same thing. And then I go, here in the United States, and particularly at this store, it's the same thing. Like, I'll even show them the box. It says, whatever brand yams, sweet potatoes. It's the same thing here. In another country, yeah, it's not the same thing at all. Sweet potatoes are grown here, um, and in like South America or whatever, I think. And yams are grown on the other side of the planet. Other people don't like it. I had this lady the other day. I tried to explain it to her. She asked, like, where are the sweet potatoes? And I just pointed and, like, they're right over there. And she said, oh, no, those are yams. And I went to go, like, those are the same thing. Here, like, I can show you the box. It's sweet potatoes. For some reason, the sign says yams. But before I could get through, like, the first few words, she just, like, it's not the same thing. They are 2 different things. And then she turned around and grabbed, like, 6 of them. I was like, yeah, shut the fuck up. You just wanted to make a scene for some stupid reason. Waste my time.
Yeah, when they're not in the right, they just want to fucking go down fucking fighting and swinging. It seems.
Yeah, it's dumb. Okay. This other one I have. I call this guy the pepper bastard. It's this old guy. He's always wearing suspenders. He comes in and he goes to the pepper case, where we have green peppers, red, so on. And I guess he's a penny pincher because he will take the pepper and with his bare hand, he will core the pepper right there. And then he throws
Yeah.
the core back into the display.
You told me that. You fucking
Yeah,
asshole.
it's fucking stupid. It's like, oh, congratulations, you saved like 10 cents. And it's like, this guy pisses us off. And like last time it happened, it was just a few weeks ago. I immediately, while he was there, I grabbed a bag and I started picking everything up. And he's just looking over like, well, geez, what the fuck's this? What are you doing? And I'm like, you know damn well what I'm doing. I'm cleaning up your fucking mess. And he moved on, and like as I was taking the bag to the back, I was so tempted to just put it in his cart and say, "Hey, you left this," and like make him fucking pay for it. And honestly, I think we should do that because you just can't do that. You can't just modify your product like that. It's
It's like
not like
nobody else does that. Why should
yeah,
he get special treatment?
yeah. It's not like if you go up to a bunch of bananas and you rip off one banana, like you can do that. But this is like he's removing part of the product so it'll get weighed in at a lower price. But like, ooh, 10 cents. That are you fucking living large there. What are you gonna do with that 10 cents? After you buy like 20 peppers, maybe you can afford a fucking pack of gum or something. Uh, Fucking dumb. And for my last one, sometimes people go up to a bag, like we have loose items, and then some of those items are also bagged. And sometimes the loose item is cheaper and the bagged item is more expensive. Whereas, like, if you were to buy like the same amount that's in the bag, you know, it ends up costing less if it's loose or whatever. But not always. So I went over to where we have bag lines, and I find um, there's 4 empty bags. And let me see what I wrote here. I forget how many there's in each bag. I think it was like 6 or 8. Um, and I took it in the back, and I'm thinking for a minute, like, wait a minute, did they win or lose in this situation? So I went and looked. Each bag was $3.49 each, and it's normally $3 for one lime. I mean, no, three for $1 for loose limes. So I did the math, and apparently they ended up paying $26 for bagged limes that would have cost them $14 if they kept them in the bag. So good job. You screwed yourself. And
Congratulations, you played yourself, or
yeah,
whatever that
you
DJ Khaled quote is.
yeah, you actually gave the company more money. So I'm like, I was telling that to like everybody I could think, even people I didn't even know. I would be doing cardboard and I would tell people about it, and they'd just fucking laughing their ass off. Like, that's what you fucking deserve. Uh,
Get what you fucking deserve.
all right.
Yeah, Murray.
If anybody has any more,
How
Yeah.
about
now's the time.
another story, Heroicus?
Yeah, you got one. Go ahead and share it.
I got nothing. That's it.
No, I don't have anything either.
Oh, all right. This will be, I guess, the grand finale. I don't know how grand it'll be, but grand in the sense that it's a two-parter. Um,
Ooh.
so I think I might have told you Heroicus, or at least the first part. So now the place I work at, I think, well, I've mostly been talking about the restaurant I used to work at, but this was like where I work now, and this was all like within the past month. I think this all happened, or well, part one. I'm looking at my notes. Part one, I wrote it down on December 6th, and then part two was, well, it had to have been Christmas Eve because I wrote it down on Christmas Day, and we did not have to work that day. But anyway, point is, so I think it was we had this call in order, like people call in this, call the restaurant, and like, can I place an order, and come like place it on the phone, come pick it up in like 15 minutes or whatever. And this guy, or trying to remember now. No, I think the first time it was like an online order, and it's like you're ordering like food on websites, like there's like check boxes or whatever you can click, like do you have this allergy, or do you want these toppings removed, or stuff like that, or like you can type something in the special instructions, whatever you need to do. And this guy, like, he puts in like wheat allergy for his thing, but he orders like basically a chicken sandwich that's like it's got breaded chicken but for wheat allergy. And he wants like gluten-free bread, and he's like, and it's like, all right, we'll give him gluten-free bread, but he wants this chicken sandwich, blah blah blah. We make the order as as he wanted, and then whoever comes to pick up the order later on. And then he fucking calls in later, like he calls the store later on, and he's all fucking mad because he's like, I placed this order, and wheat allergy, and this is breaded chicken. I can't eat this, and he's trying to make it sound like it was our fault, which, I mean, yeah, it's breaded chicken, but it's like there's literally pictures of the fucking food on our website, So it's like, did you not fucking think that maybe there was wheat in the breading? You know? Did you not fucking think to check with us first?
Yeah, good. Like, if I have
Did
an
you?
allergy, I'm gonna make damn sure about certain things. Honestly, if I had like an allergy like that, I would probably want to prepare as much shit as I can myself that might have something in it.
Exactly. I mean, it's like, yeah, we probably, like in hindsight, we probably could have called him like, yeah, this stuff has wheat in it, but it's like in the moment we were just like, we're thinking like, this guy's a fucking idiot. He's just calling to complain, like it's like he's like, I can't eat this. I got. Yeah, he's trying to fucking guilt trip us too. Like, I got 200. Like, sorry, I can't speak anymore. I got two people here that can't eat. What am I supposed to do? And
Yeah, fucking gluten allergy's a lie, anyways.
it's like, and of course you can't. Of course you can't really tell them like Toby Maguire. I missed the part where that's my problem.
I wish you
Unfortunately,
could.
I wish you could. I wish I could have, but if I did, that would certainly bite me in the ass later on. But um, so of
Just
course,
when
so
he
we had
arri-
to.
when he came in or whatever, you should have just been like, "I'm gonna put some gluten in your eye."
What a perfect thing to say.
But so what happened? Well, so like when he was calling in, like venting his frustrations, of course I have to like put him on mute for a second to like go talk to the manager, let him, let her know like, this customer that got this, he's fucking mad, what should I tell him, sort of thing. Like, this is what happened, what should I say to him? Um, like at a certain point, I had to hand the phone off to her, and I don't know what the exchange was after that, but like she had to like ring up two new sandwiches, and then his girlfriend was gonna come pick him up. And these aren't like 20 something like college kids. Like these are like fucking probably like once divorced adults or something.
Once divorced adult.
Because it's like, the first time it's, we make the new food for him and, the girlfriend comes pick him up and she's all apologetic, like, I'm so sorry, whatever. So that's the end of part one. Part two had to have been Christmas Eve because I wrote it down on Christmas Day. Um, So the guy calls in again, like I recognize his voice, not immediately, but like later on, like, well, I'll get to it, but it ended up being the same guy because he called in and, I rang up his order like normal and he's like, yeah, I forget what he said, like I got a soybean allergy or some shit like that, some fucking random shit like that. And that caused me to like have to look in our little folder, like, what items on the menu have these allergens sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like just for good measure, like the owner was there. The owner of the fucking restaurant was there. I went to go ask him like, "Hey, does this item have this like, this allergen in it?" And he said, "No, it should be fine." Like I verified with the goddamn owner personally right there. And I told him like, "Yeah, it doesn't have this, so you're fine. Do you want But he's like, no condiments. But like he was making it sound like the issue was the allergen. But like I rang it up, put this thing on the side, whatever. I rang it up. Same thing. Somebody comes to pick it up, and then he calls back, and he's like, "Yeah, I said I didn't want condiments on this. I can't eat this." It's like, the fuck do you mean? I verified with you in painstaking detail that there was, no allergens in this. Like, what the? It's like you're telling me you can't eat fucking lettuce and tomato, you fucking asshole. You know what I mean?
Fucking stupid.
I don't know. I don't know what his fucking issue. I didn't even care at that point because, like, at that point, I just let the owner take over. Like, and then same thing. We had to make new food for him, and then
And you kicked him in the dick.
girlfriend came in to pick it up, and I wasn't well, like I think I was in the back washing dishes when like she came in to get it, and the owner gives her the food, and same thing, she's all apologetic, and then it's like about 10 minutes later, whatever. I'm just during a little bit of a break, I get to ask him like, yeah, how did that turn out? And his response was like, I'm explaining to him briefly, like this guy like had this, you know, was a pain in the ass before he called in, and same thing happened, and he's like, really? Like he was a little surprised, and then he was telling me, like I said, like the girlfriend came in to pick it up, and he's like, yeah, she must fucking hate his boyfriend, or her boyfriend, I mean. Like she must fucking hate him if she keeps if he keeps sending her out to get the new food. I don't know.
Well,
Hold on, I have one more thing I want to share with the class before we end this. I
all
have
right.
I have an image that I want you to put on screen for all the viewers.
Oh my god,
And I
this is
think this is something that everyone should see, and it's important because this is an important piece of shit. So this image right here, I think this is an amazing find that I found on the internet.
bullshit. I like how it's 1 penny plus free shipping. So it's literally going to cost the seller money to ship that out.
I think it's pretty
is,
incredible.
is that live? Because I will buy that
Do it.
for
Yeah, is
1 fucking cent.
that like can you buy that right now?
I don't know. I'm gonna look though.
I'm gonna look. Yeah, hang on.
We're gonna just like do a bidding war on that right now. I love how it's like 1 cent or best offer. It's like, how can you get lower than a cent? Like, can I just have this for free?
I don't know, what is that on? Is that eBay?
Yeah, that's eBay.
Yeah, that's eBay for sure.
I don't see anything.
Damn.
Hang on, I'm looking. I'm gonna copy the whole thing here if I can.
Yeah, just
Be a shame if it's fake or something.
yeah.
All right, come on. Paste.
But yeah, the moral of the story of my story.
Ah,
Some
no, it's
people,
not there.
yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, the moral of the story. Some people can just, no matter how hard you try, they'll just want to bitch and complain no matter what. I think that's the moral of this episode.
Yep.
And
No
George
matter.
Washington signed a Nissan Altima door handle. That's also important to note.
Oh boy, I won an eBay auction. Nice.
No matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you bend over backwards for the customer, they'll still fuck you and wish you dead.
No matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you bend over backwards, you will never have George Washington sign a Nissan Altima beige driver's side door handle.
If you are the owner of that, if that even sold, I'll give you 2 cents for it. Plus
I will
shipping.
give you my entire college fund.
Ah, shit, I've been outbid. Anyways, so that's going to be it for this episode. I will note that we are going to be merging work horror stories and dumb customers into dumb work experiences, I believe was the title. Let me double
Something
check
like that,
that.
yeah. Or like dumb
Yeah,
works.
yeah,
Yeah.
dumb work experiences.
I don't
So
fucking know. It's not my podcast.
look forward to that. In the future. That's the successor series to this thing.
Yeah, so we don't have to have like specific material for each thing.
Yeah, yeah. Because I've had some people I've talked to, like one of the last one we did, and they're like, oh, I have done work stories, but I don't have done customer stories. Like here, now we can get people who can have either or.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's
I have
it.
one more thing to say. Hold on. I just wanted to give a quick
Okay,
shout
okay.
out. I just wanted to say, number one, fuck the Crawfather, and number two, tapirs are a shit animal. I hope they all die and get hit by trucks, and I hope the whole species goes extinct. but mainly fuck the Crawfather. The Crawfather is dead. Thank Lord, the writers finally killed the Crawfather. Let's give a big shout out to all the writers, and that's all I had to say.
Nice.
Well, I, as the editor, have the power to completely erase what you said, but I won't.
I feel like the tapirs in as everyone's love is just the tapirs are just a stand-in for the Jews.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
okay. That's getting cut.
Damn it, I kind of figured, but I just had to say that. Anyways, fuck the tapirs, fuck the Crawfather, suck my nuts. Thank you for having me on.
Hail the Crawfather, and all tapirs are beautiful creatures.
Biased. Get ratioed.
Shut up.
All tapirs have hairy nuts.
Yeah, you're jealous. Anyways, before this goes on till past fucking midnight, that's it. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching / listening, guys.
Lick my fat nuts.